You won CEO of the Year
Yeah.
by the Business Magazine.
That's right.
Yep. Well, that was that 2022.
Yep.
And is that voted by the people? How's that vote? How's that work?
It was done. I was somehow my nomination got in.
Yeah.
And the guys at that magazine got in touch. They said, "No, I'm not interested."
Did you? Yeah.
I said, "No, I'm not into. No,
Yeah.
I'm not into this."
Ego.
So, no, it's not.
Yeah.
I'm not. It's not for me.
Yeah.
And they said, "Oh no, please consider it." Well, tell me why. And so she basically said, "What we've heard about is ffx.co.uk and all the rest of it. All the story you just heard. You've heard that. They've heard the story how it's grown. Would you be interested going forward?" So there's nothing in it for you. It's just us finding out. It's a bit like what you do. You're finding out what businesses do in the local areas and what everybody gets up to.
Yeah.
So I said, "Okay, what's the process?" He said, "Well, you're going to be interviewed or meet Zeus Capital. Zeus Capital are sponsoring this event. That's fine. And they're also going to involve the Sunday Times. Okay. They're also going to involve, the shoe cobbler's business, Timpson's.
Yep.
Well, James Timpson's taken over from his dad.
Ah, yeah.
So there's 3 or 4, in essence, judges.
Yeah.
And once they've judged it, then you'll either get nominated or not.
Okay.
Fair enough. Chill
enough.
out then.
Yeah.
So Paul McGlone from Zeus Capital got on the phone. We had a chat and deal with that stuff. He then said, "I'd like to meet James Timpson." I said, "Well, COVID, lockdown." He said, "Fine, he'll phone you."
Right.
So I had a chat with James Timpson. That went all right.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know. Didn't no idea. I said, I'd chat and how do you do your job? I told him what I do, what he told what he does. I mean, he's quite inspirational.
Yeah.
Any interesting things he does and what they do and what their culture is and what they do. That was quite interesting. Then this guy called Richard from the Sunday Times got in touch and we had a chat with Richard and there was an article down in the paper actually. It went to the Sunday Times.
Excellent.
And then Zeus Capital said, "Well, now we're going to do a podcast." And we'll do podcasting as well. So we did this podcast, did all that. And then his podcast was put up on LinkedIn and of their podcasts they've ever done, the highest hits ever.
Oh wow. Okay. And that's how they came to their.
And then off the back of all of that, they've had Timpson, Sunday Times, Zeus Capital, and
So they've used you to make their magazine better, basically.
well, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm lucky.
Yeah, it's not a bad title to have. It's a good.
It's lucky. In life, sometimes just things happen. You're just lucky. So
Yeah.
just have it and move on.
That's it.